Hey guys, Stuart Charles here, HomeStudioBasics.com, helping you make sound decisions. So let's get into the Bluedio T4 versus T4S. Spoiler alert, there are no differences between them, and aside from, and I looked this up, some rep or somebody from Bluedio said basically that the only difference between the T4 and the T4S is the inscription. On the housing of around the ear cup, it says turbine, and that's it.
You ain't seen nothing yet. Raised lettering, pale nimbus, white.
Impressive. Very nice. Let's see Paul Allen's card.
Why? I mean, you make a whole new headphone and put letters on it and call it a T4S.
Look at that subtle off-white coloring. The tasteful thickness of it. Oh my God. It even has a watermark.
This is what companies do, sadly. But aside from that, let's get right into the sound. This is very genre-specific headphone. It reminds me of like a Beats Solo, excuse me. It's not a bad sound signature. It's just very bass heavy. It's only gonna work for those types of genres. Don't even try to listen to jazz with this, or you're gonna be in for a world of pain. It just sounds awful. Treble actually is surprisingly good. It's more rolled off in your traditional V-shaped headphone. Honestly, it's one of the strong points of this headphone. It kind of makes it worth the price. This headphone was sent to me by Banggood. They reached out to me through email and wanted to send me stuff, so I happily obliged. I'm always up for reviewing stuff because I'm an audio whore.
A, she was a hooah. B, she was a hooah.
Bass, very accentuated, kind of exaggerated, but it sounds pretty good. This is a Bluetooth headphone. You can pair it with your phone, or you can just use it wired. I've been using it at the gym a lot, and I'll get into some of the downsides to wearing this headphone at the gym, which almost makes it not worth the purchase for me, because if you were going to use it solely for that purpose, as a portable headphone, it works pretty well. There's some sucked out areas in the the mid bass and the lower mids. I'll put a graph up that ratings did. I have not measured this headphone, excuse me. I haven't measured this one yet, but I do plan on doing so because it does come with a cable you can listen to it through your laptop or what have you. Plugged it into an Element, an E10K I believe, and also a Q1. Sounds pretty good. It can get a little bit bloomy at times. Not a very refined sounding headphone. Pretty detailed, fairly open sounding, which kind of surprised me. The soundstage, of course, it's not going to be magnificent or anything, but it was better than I expected. I mean, I was hearing stuff. It has a pretty wide image considering it's a closed back headphone, which I thought was pretty cool. And you're gonna want to listen to mostly hip hop, EDM, rap, R&B, indie pop. It does really well for those genres. I don't find the bass, even though like when you see the graph, it looks like really ridiculous. But it surprisingly doesn't sound too out of line. It does, like I said, it gets a little bit bloomy, a little bit clammy, muddy at times. It has a nice presence peak around 2K, which kind of makes up for the sucked out areas in the aforementioned areas of the sound signature. But build quality, so this is really a really well built headphone. It's like metal here and a protein leather for the ear cups, which feels really nice. These don't feel like they're gonna crack or peel over time like something like a V6 7506, even an M50X and M40X. These pads actually surprisingly feel like they're more well made than even a 50X or 40X, and we know that 40X runs around $100 and the 50X has always hovered around $150. These are about $60, and there's really no excuse for those headphones not utilizing protein leather at those price points. So comfort, very, very good. Although if you're gonna use these for the gym, it's not realistic at all, and I'll explain why. The clamp force is not going to cut it. I was finding myself doing some incline dumbbell presses or whatever, and the headphone just fell off. Like, it just fell off my head. I was doing some decline tricep work, and as soon as I leaned back to go into the set, the headphone just fell off and like dropped to the floor, and it was like kind of embarrassing. Nobody gives a crap. Clamp force, no good for the gym. I mean, honestly, this, I wouldn't call it bulky. Also, I noticed after a pretty intense session last week, I think, I took the headphone off and the pads, like, they sweat pretty bad. And I am not a sweater. Honestly, if you're one of those guys who freaking sweats buckets, I mean, this headphone might not even work by the end of your workout. You might have drowned it. The clamp force, it's a little bit lighter than I would like. It's not bad, I mean, but they're a little bit loosey-goosey. They'll probably end up going back on you sometimes. So, I think Bluedio could have done better with the clamp force. Yeah, headband adjustment feels good. There's numbers on here. You can set it to where you like, if you're real anal about that sort of thing. It's numbered 1 through 9. The cups also rotate 90 degrees in, but they don't rotate, they don't come like back this way. So they go like this and then they stop here. They also rotate like this all the way, which is kind of cool. The headphone doesn't fold, and I thought that was kind of disappointing considering that this is a portable headphone. It should definitely fold in my opinion. The carrying bag that they supply doesn't fit these at all, but you're better off not even using it. Yeah, it's got an active noise canceling switch on the side of the left, or the right ear cup, excuse me. It functions pretty much like an Uproar wireless would, or pretty much your standard Bluetooth headphone. So to power it on, you hold the bottom button on the right ear cup. To power it off, you hold it again. Like when you power it on, she says, it's like an American woman first. American woman. When the device is connected, some weirdo voice comes in and goes, device connected. Device connected. And it's just really awkward. So I don't know what that's all about. She sounds like she's like a foreigner. And like we all, as Americans, we hate foreigners, all right? We hate anyone that's not like us. Obviously, I'm being sarcastic. That's racist! Some guy months back asked me if I like black people, and I was just like, really?
I got more respect for that black man than I do you white niggers out there.
Yeah, there's a volume button on the back of the right ear cup. There's no like plus or minus, but obviously you just press the top of it to increase the volume and press the bottom of it to decrease the volume. To skip songs, hold the top part of the button and it'll skip. If you want to go back, hold the bottom part of the button and it'll go back. The button above the button that powers it on is the pause button. So just press once and it'll pause. So yeah, in the box you get Bluetooth, the headphones, the drawstring carry bag, which is useless, the user manual, a 3.5mm Type-C audio cable, and a Type-C charging cable. The cables are very well made. I really appreciate that. I like the Type-C. It's very durable, strong. I haven't even had to charge this yet. So some other features, you can actually answer and reject phone calls. So to answer a call, press the MF button.
Which one is it? It's the one that says bad motherfucker.
Which is the bottom button below the play pause button once. So press it once to answer, press it once to end the call, and then hold it for 2 seconds if you want to reject the call. Push the ANC switch to turn on or off the function. When it's on, the green light will stay on. The ANC function will take effect after about 5 seconds. So this is kind of cool, although it's a little bit weird, like if you're at the gym. For me, to drown out all noise just makes me feel awkward, like walking around. As soon as you put headphones on, like everybody wants to talk to you. So I had headphones on, and the guy comes over at Best Buy, and he's just like talking to me. And I couldn't hear a word he was saying, so I was just like nodding and smiling. He could have been asking me anything, like, do you have a bomb? I can't say bomb on an airplane. Impedance for these, 16 ohm. Obviously you're not going to need an amp. And sensitivity, 116 decibels, so very efficient. Like I said before, I did plug these in to a few different amps. Charge time is an hour and a half for a full charge. Supports up to 24-bit 48K. Driver size 57mm. Final grade, I'd probably give these like a B+. Decent sound. It's just not gonna work for too many genres. It's very genre specific. There's always this sense that they're gonna fall off. Yeah, but everything else, I mean, it's a good headphone. But don't buy these if you're planning on using them at the gym. I'll just say that to end this. So I hope you guys enjoyed this review. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe to my growing channel. Let me know what I can do to improve. Let me know what I do well. Let me know what you would like to see next. And with that,
Check 1 2. I hope you enjoyed this review too. It was brought to you by Stu. Who? Me, the lyrical G. Empirical dreams slide through like dream. PC gaming, letting off steam. Got bars for days like a prison inmate. A misdemeanor's fate, no debate. When I wake up, okay, start my day with a cup and I pray. I don't faint, I'm a saint of the Most High God. Of the Most High God.
Something wrong? Patrick? You're sweating.